So, this person asked an interesting question. He said, could you expatiate on the extraterrestrial bodies scientists have been talking about? So get in touch with Professor whoever from Nigeria. He is a spiritual scientist. We'll be waiting for you. Okay, so when it comes to extraterrestrials, you need to know that humans have been looking for extraterrestrials for the longest time. It's like that is one of the, according to my theory, the search for extraterrestrial bodies is one of the core purposes of humanity. The primary purpose of humanity is to make contact with extraterrestrials. And due to the fact that human life is not long enough, the individual human life, we procreate. All right? So we are procreating so that we can stay long enough on the planet to be able to find these extraterrestrials. So it looks to me that we humans, our core aim is to make contact with our lost brothers. It's almost like we lost contact with some species outside there. We're trying to find them. So we are reproducing, and each generation of humans, each set, there are many sets of humans. We are currently the latest set. There will be more sets. Each set of humans try to use their own means to look for these extraterrestrials. And to a large extent, this is the origin of religions and religious beliefs for me. Because these religions, actually, every single religion is always looking up in the skies. Many of them believe that there is some special power in the skies, Some special alien came and gave a special message to a human being. Many religions are formed along this storyline, okay? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son to people on earth, that whosoever believe in him will not perish but have eternal life. That is going back again. So if you look at most religious people, their aim is to go back again. So I think searching for extraterrestrial is a core aspect of our own belief system, our own life. So reproduction, procreation, technology, all the technology we are building is built around getting there. So it's like we're building different aspects of technology. If you look at them on a holistic level, see that they are all forming one big sort of Dyson sphere or slingshot that will take us there. Think, for instance, something like a phone. Now we are making calls and we can talk to each other. But guess what? The telephone masts and the satellites that provide this network has formed a Dyson sphere around the world. If you don't know what is Dyson sphere, it's basically a scientist called Dyson said that one way, when we're looking out into the skies and we're looking at using telescopes to look at planets in other systems, star systems, there's no way we can't see them really clearly. So scientists were saying, what can we see in this faint image of these planets that will tell us that they have life, And then this scientist called Dyson said that if we see that they put satellites or something around their planet, if a planet has something like satellites around it, we can tell that there are intelligent species inside. Do you understand? So if you look at the satellites around Earth, you see that they connect to each other wirelessly and they beam information down into Earth. Humans have achieved 0.8 civilization level on the Kardashev scale. So all the technology we have is pointing towards we being able to leave this planet. And according to the stories we've heard, humans have been able to live in the 1980s, 1970s, to the moon. All right, but the moon, if you look at in perspective, it's nothing. All right, let me give you a quick perspective of the solar system. So we all know the solar system, right? And many people think that the solar system is filled with planets. No, the solar system contains only the sun. The rest of the planets make up 0.2%. All the 9 planets are 8 planets, and all the moons, over 200 moons, they all make up 0.2% of the solar system. So if an alien, look at it here, the sun makes up 99.8% of the solar system's mass. The sun's mass is roughly this amount. So if an alien is inside this our galaxy, Milky Way, and they are looking at our solar system, they will only see the sun. Imagine a cup that is 99.98 empty. You would think that the cup is empty. So in this remaining 0.2%, All right, Jupiter makes up 90% of that 0.2%. Jupiter alone, just only Jupiter. So if they zoom in really, really hard, they can only see one planet, which is Jupiter. So we are so tiny. That is, our planets are so tiny that anybody looking at our solar system will not be able to find us, because the sun is the primary thing they can see. Now, how much of the Milky Way, you know, our sun is rotating around the Milky Way. I'll show you the video. So this is our Milky Way, right? How much of our Milky Way is occupied by the sun? The number, what percentage of our Milky Way is occupied by the sun? The number is so tiny that it's not easy to write. It's so tiny. It's not even up to 0.00000 into 18 zeros, 1%. So look at our sun going. All these circles are our planets chasing the sun. And the sun is going like this around the solar system. You see? Planets chasing it. It's not visible. You can't see it because of how tiny they are. They even made it big here so that you can see it. If they put it in proper proportion, you will not be able to see these things moving around the sun. Now, how much of our entire universe is occupied by stars? Many people erroneously think that stars make up most of the skies. Like when you look into the sky, you see most of the sky is stars. No. Most of the skies is empty space. That's why they call it space. All the stars, all the planets, everything in the sky put together makes up only 5%. 4% actually of the observable universe. So the entire thing we're seeing in the skies is 96% empty space. All the stars, planets is just 4%. So if there was somebody, an alien in another universe, looking at our universe, trying to check whether there is life there, they will not see anything because the stars are too tiny. All the stars combined, they are too tiny, and they make up, what they will see is a largely empty space. 4%. Now, what we are seeing, right, in terms of matter and energy, they say the matter and energy we're able to measure. We have measured the energy in the universe and the matter. You know, matter is condensed energy. If you take energy and condense it, you get matter. So they are the same thing, basically. They say all this energy is only 37% of the expected energy in the universe. The one we're able to see and observe is 37%. Where is the rest? They call it dark energy. We don't know. We just call it dark energy. And remember that the universe we're able to observe is only 5% of the calculated universe. So when they calculate the size of the universe based on what we have, they say we're only able to observe 5%. So we don't know what is in the other darkness. So inside this 5% we're able to observe, the stars there is 5%.